Here's kicker number 1 regarding IRS, BATF January 8, 2020 by Anna von Reitz. Yesterday, I told you why all these IRS liens and levies are hokum. But it gets even better. Not only are the only powers of distraint related to the IRS overtly lodged with the BATF, but the IRS is not allowed to access distraint powers lodged in any other agency acting under any other title of federal code, including Title 27, that is, the BATF title. What this means is that the IRS doesn't have any access to any powers of distraint through the BATF, either. I defer to one of my favorite researchers, related to your recent accurate article on the IRS, about enforcement regulations only connected to Title 27 ATF activities. True, here's the clincher on this fact. C1 CFR 21.21 c below, that basically says, the IRS is not allowed to use Title 27 enforcement regulations. The IRS cannot use any enforcement regs from any other U.S.C. title other than Title 26. All Title 26 alleged code section violations have to have a Title 26 enforcement regulation in the parallel tables of authority. There are no enforcement regulations, meaning dollar collection regulations, for any Title 26 violations. https://www.law.cornell.edu/cfr/text/1/21.21 Title 26 enforcement regulations are regs approved by Congress, but there are no enforcement regs for any Title 26 violations. Why? Because the whole 1040 tax return scheme is 100% voluntary, and when someone doesn't file a 1040 tax return and pay income taxes, they are effectively unvolunteering to pay. Thus, Congress gave no authority or right to the IRS to file a lien or levy or seize anyone's bank ACCT, or garnish their wages, pensions, or Social Security payments, so this is why there are no valid enforcement tax collection actions regulations in the parallel table of authority published in the Code of Federal Regulations (CFR) in the Federal Register, where they have to be published by law, or they are not valid positive law regulations applicable to the living men and women in the states of the Union. Every bank account seizure, wage garnishment or pension seizure by the IRS is an illegal taking, a theft of one's private property in violation of too many laws to mention here, and I'm sure the IRS knows they have no authority from Congress to seize anyone's bank accounts or other assets, as they have never had any authority from Congress to even send anyone an amount due notice. This applies even to taxpayers who haven't revoked their election to be treated as though they are taxpayers. See attached one-page enforcement regulations. Not one regulation relates to Title 26 like they have to be, and all tax code violations are Title 26 violations allegedly. Bingo. Any IRS officer, agent, or employee will be terminated, fired, if found to be using illegal and unauthorized tax collection actions against anyone. Every tax collection letter, notice, or action by the IRS is unauthorized by Congress. Stand up, people. 1 CFR Section 21.21 General Requirements, References. Section 21.21 General Requirements, References. Each reference to the Code of Federal Regulations shall be in terms of the specific titles, chapters, parts, sections, and paragraphs involved. Ambiguous references such as herein, above, below, and similar expressions may not be used. B. Each document that contains a reference to material published in the code shall include the code citation as a part of the reference. C. Each agency shall publish its own regulations in full text. Cross-references to the regulations of another agency may not be used as a substitute for publication in full text, unless the Office of the Federal Register finds that the regulation meets any of the following exceptions. 1. The reference is required by court order, statute, executive order or reorganization plan. 2. The reference is to regulations promulgated by an agency with the exclusive legal authority to regulate in a subject matter area, but the referencing agency needs to apply those regulations in its own programs. 3. The reference is informational or improves clarity rather than being regulatory. 4. The reference is to test methods or consensus standards produced by a federal agency that have replaced or preempted private or voluntary test methods or consensus standards in a subject matter area. 5. The reference is to the department level from a subagency. 37 FR 23611, November 4, 1972, as amended at 50 FR 12468, March 28, 1985, 1 CFR Section 21.40 General Requirements, Authority Citations. Section 21.40 General Requirements, Authority Citations. Each section in a document subject to codification must include, or be covered by, a complete citation of the authority under which the section is issued, including a general or specific authority delegated by statute, and b executive delegations, if any, necessary to link the statutory authority to the issuing agency. 50 FR 12468, March 28, 1985, blank, just wait, folks. It gets better. And better. And better. The territorial United States Congress gave no power to the IRS to inflict any distraint upon anyone by any means at all. Title 26 is a red herring. It's all nothing but smoke and mirrors. And you will be pleased to know that the IRS auditors are all functioning as officers in the military and using DD 150 commissions, without, however, any authority to audit 1040 forms. What you are looking at is the biggest con and identity theft and money laundering scheme in the history of the world. You and your country and everyone that you are likely to know have been the victims of criminal cartels operating as central banks ever since the Council of Nicaea and the formation of the Roman Catholic Church. For 1,700 years they have been getting away with this crap and using the Christian Church as a storefront to pull it off. They were going to move their operations to the United Nations as their new storefront, and shed their moral obligations entirely, but now that won't be possible. Hang onto your hats, because the apocalypse is well underway, and the Great Tribulation, paying of tribute to Rome, is ending. http://annavonreitz.com/ray98sec1203.pdf http://annavonreitz.com/subtitleregulations.pdf. Help support this work by visiting www.annavonreitz.com and look for the donate button. Links to this article and more can be found in the video description box.